Dear students, today we are going to learn the fourth chapter of your English special textbook of class 10th. The name of the chapter is To the Cuckoo. This is the poem written by William Wordsworth, who was a great admirer of the nature. He wrote several poems related to the nature. Okay, before starting this lesson, we will learn about the introduction of the poet William Wordsworth. He was born at Cockermouth. He was educated at the Grammar School of Hoxton and St. John's College, Cambridge. His serious poetical effort, An Evening Walk, was published when he was 23 years old. Later, he became a friend of S.T. Coleridge and in collaboration with him wrote the lyrical ballads in 1798. Wordsworth's poetical career was a long and he composed a large number of poems. He was a great admirer and sincere lover of nature. Nature for him was guide, guardian, and soul of his moral being. He was a worshipper of nature. He composed poems on natural objects. To the Cuckoo is one of the most beautiful poems of Wordsworth. He welcomes the bird as a blithe newcomer as its song captivates and moves him to supreme spiritual joy. Captivate means attract. Okay, spring. Wordsworth hears the twofold shout of the cuckoo, and after hearing the voice of the cuckoo, he praised that voice, and in his poetry, he wrote this poem. Okay, so first of all, I want to say about the poetic expression used in this poem. The first one is, look at the last word in each line. In the first stanza, the last word is heard in the first line. In the second line is rejoice. In the third one is word, and the fourth one is voice. Now match one and the first and the third line. The last word in these lines are rhyming words: heard, word, and the second and fourth line ended also in the same rhyming word: rejoice and voice. So this type of poetic expression is called ABAB type expressions. Okay, so this is about the poetic expression. Now come on to the real stanzas and their explanation. So in the first stanza, O blithe newcomer, I have heard, I hear thee and rejoice. O cuckoo, shall I call thee word, or what a wandering voice? Okay, before understanding these lines, I am just going to explain some difficult words and their meanings. The first one is blithe, B-L-I-T-H-E. Blithe means happy. Thee. In the second line, there is a word thee. Thee means you. In the old English, thee was used, but now we are using you in place of thee. Rejoice. Rejoice means express great happiness or feel happiness. And in the last line, the word is wandering. Wandering means to go from one place to another, especially without any particular purpose. Okay. Now Come on to the meaning. Come on to the explanation, summary of this. O bride newcomer, I have heard. The poet says, the poet welcomes the cuckoo, and in the welcome, he says that cuckoo as a bride newcomer means a newcomer, a word which comes in early spring in the England and make all the people of the atmosphere happy. O bright newcomer, O happy newcomer, O happy cuckoo, I have heard. The poet said that he had heard the cuckoo, the voice of the cuckoo earlier in his childhood also. I hear thee and rejoice. The poet says that he hears the cuckoo's voice, the voice of the cuckoo, and after hearing, while hearing the voice of the cuckoo, he feels great pleasure, he feels great happiness. O cuckoo, shall I call thee bird? The poet says that the poet is confused here, the poet is perplexed here, whether he should say it a word or simply a wandering voice. Why the poet is confused? Because if he says it word, he can say, but he did not see, he had not seen the word before, so he did not know whether it is a simply word or not. And the second one is, the poet says that he should say a wandering voice. The poet says that if I had not seen the cuckoo, I should simply say that word, a wandering voice. Wandering voice means the voice which is coming from any place, but the source of the voice is not known. So this is the first stanza. Now come on to the second stanza. While I am lying on the grass, thy twofold shout I hear. From hill to hill it seems to pass, at once far off and near. Now, in these four lines, the first one is lying, Lying. Lying. Lying means to lay on the grass, to lay on the ground. Thy means your. It is also an old use of English word. The modern word for this is your. Twofold means double. Shout, here shout means voice of the cuckoo. Hill to hill, you know the meaning of hills. And far off. Far off means a place which is far off, which is in distance from here, which is not near. In these lines, the poet says that he is lying on the grass and listening the twofold voice of the cuckoo. Twofold voice means the first voice is the actual voice of the cuckoo and the second voice is the echo of the voice of the cuckoo. As you know, sometimes the voice, the sound gets echoes. Okay, so the here twofold means there are two sounds seems to come. The first one is the actual original sound of the cuckoo and the second one is the echo of the voice. Okay, the poet says that he is lying on the grass and hearing the twofold voice coming from hill to hills. The poet says that sometimes the voice of the cuckoo comes from different hills and another time it comes from the another one. And once far up and near. The poet says that sometimes it looks like the cuckoo is near to him and sometimes it looks like it is far up from that place where the poet is lying. In the third stanza, the poet, though babbling only to the vale of sunshine and of flowers, thou bringst unto me a tale of visionary hours. Here, the word is babbling. What is the meaning of babbling? Babbling means exciting voice, excited voice. Wail. Wail means valley. Vely. Valley. Valley means a V-shaped place in boats or in any places. And thou. Thou. Thou means your. Okay, your. Unto means up to. Tale, long story. Visionary means imaginary. Hours means time. Okay, so what is the meaning of these lines? Though babbling only to the vale of sunshines and of flower, the poet says that although you babble, you sing in the valleys, which is full of sunshine and full of flowers, the poet says that even though he knows that you only sing to the valley which is full of sunshine, where there are a lot of flowers, there are a lot of sunshines, thou bringst up unto me a tale. This wise brings him a tale, means this wise remembers the past time of the poet means the poet remembered his childhood days, his schoolboy days, after hearing the voice of the cuckoo. Whenever he hears the voice, whenever he listens the sound of the cuckoo, he reminds the past time, past moments of his childhood. Okay, in the fourth stanza. Thrice welcome, darling of the spring, even at thou art to me. No word but an invisible things, a voice, a mystery. Here, I am just want to explain 2 or 3 difficult words. The first one is thrice. Thrice means 3 times. Darling means the favorite. Mystery, secret. Invisible, In the second one, there is a word art, art. It is an archaic use of are, and thou, thou means you. So the real sentence will be you are to me. Okay, I am just going to explain the whole things. Thrice welcome, darling of the spring. The poet William Wordsworth is so excited that he not only welcomes the cuckoo once or twice, but thrice means he welcomes the cuckoo 3 times. He is so excited to hear the voice of the cuckoo, and he says the cuckoo as a darling of the spring, means a favorite bird in the spring. Even at you are to me, the poet said that even if the cuckoo is with him, the cuckoo is near to him, no bird, but an invisible thing. The poet says that even if he feels the presence of the cuckoo, but he is not able to see that bird. A voice, a mystery. And if he is not able to see that bird, and the voice is coming, so he says this type of voice is a mystery, is a secret. means the voice is coming and he does not know from where the voice is coming. So he says the voice as a mystery voice because there is no word to whom he is able to see. The next one. The same whom in my schoolboy days I listened to that cry, which made me look 1,000 ways in the bush, the trees and sky. Okay, I have said it earlier that the poet remembered his past childhood days when he heard the voice of the cuckoo. In this stanza, the poet says that the voice of the cuckoo reminds the childhood days of his, and the poet here also says that the voice of the cuckoo is same as it was in his childhood days. That cry which made me look 1,000 ways. The poet says that the voice of the cuckoo made him to look 1,000 places. 1,000 ways means 1,000 places. Because in search of that bird, to find out that bird in woods, in bush, in skies, the poet went from different places to take a glimpse to gaze that bird, but on that bird, which made me look 1,000 ways, means the poet wandered all over the places to search, to seek, to find, to look that bird, but he was not able to see. In bush, trees and sky, means the poet has gone all the places, whether it is bush, trees or sky, means he looked in the skies also, he searched in the bush, in the woods, in the forest, but all in vain. He did not find the bird. The fourth one, the next one. To seek thee did I often rove. Rove means wander. This is the synonyms of the word wander, and I have explained the word wander earlier. Wander means to go from one place to another, especially without any motive or without any particular purpose. To seek means to search. Thee, you, means to search you. Did I often rove? I often wandered, I often went from different places. The poet says that he went many places to search that bird, through woods and on the green. Where he has gone to find out the bird? The poet has gone to forest, the poet has gone to fields, greeneries, to seek the glimpse of the bird. And thou were still a hope, but he did not find, and the poet is still hopeful. On some day he will be able to see that bird. A love is still longed for. The poet says that it has a long cherished desire in his heart to see the bird which he had never seen. And I can listen to thee yet. Now, the poet travels back to the present time. After memorizing the past, the childhood days, the poet again comes back to the present and says that, and I can listen to thee yet. The poet now in the present time also hearing the sound, the voice of the cuckoo, can lie upon the plain. The poet is also lying on the frame as previously he was lying and listening the voice of the cuckoo. And listen till I do beget that golden times again. The poet says that he can lie down on the plain. He can listen the voice of the cuckoo as long as he will not able to gain that golden times again. What is the meaning of golden times? Golden times means the past childhood schoolboy days of the poet. Means the poet says that as long as he would listen the voice of the cuckoo, as long as he will not able to get back those golden times. Beget means to gain something again, to get something again. In the last stanza, O blessed bird, the earth we pace. The poet says that, O bird, on the earth we base, means on the earth where he was born, again appears to be an unsubstantial fairy place, means this earth looks like an unrealistic fairyland. Unrealistic means it is not looking like a real place. It is like any heaven or paradise after listening the voice of the cuckoo. The poet says that uh, when cuckoo comes in the spring and sing its a song, the earth looks like a heaven, a paradise, a land of fairies that is fit home for thee. The poet says that cuckoo, it is the best home, it is your suitable home, and that is earth. Means earth is the only place for you. You are for the earth. Means the earth is most beautiful when you sing in on here. Okay, thank you. We will meet you again in the next video. Till then, goodbye.